Hello and welcome back to my channel. This video is from Lebanon, which is one of my all-time favorite countries in the world. Unfortunately, the media doesn't have a lot of good things to say about Lebanon, and these days hardly any tourists visit. But I had the most incredible 2-week trip staying in Beirut, meeting up with local Liverpool supporters, and exploring several destinations in the country. I was completely blown away by my experiences in Lebanon, and I felt incredibly safe even while traveling alone. In this video, I will share the story of when I took a local bus on a day trip from Beirut to the biblical city of Sidon in southern Lebanon. Good morning from Lebanon. I'm in Beirut right now, but I am on my way to the place called Sidon to meet up with someone else from the Liverpool supporters group. And this is my second time taking public transportation here in Lebanon. And it's a bit different from other countries. So the bus will wait until it's full, and then once it's full, it'll take off and head to the destination. Taking the local bus was quite the experience. The journey took about 1 hour, and there were several random stops to pick up people from the side of the road. What was really nice about the journey was that we had incredible Mediterranean views along the way. For my friend from the Liverpool supporters group that I'm meeting up with right now, he told me to get on a different bus, but I didn't listen to him. And so now I'm not sure where I got dropped off at. I am in Sidon. He told me to meet him at a mall and a Starbucks, and I have no idea where that is, and I don't have mobile service, so let's see if I can figure this out. I think I'm just gonna go head to the old town and try to find somewhere where I can get Wi-Fi, and then message him, and then we'll meet up. And he's supposed to take me around today, which is awesome because it's so much better getting taken around by a local than to just explore on my own, and especially because it's a local Liverpool supporter. So really looking forward to today. Let me go try to find him, and then I'm going to turn this back on so I can show you guys what it looks like here in Sidon. Okay, so I found a cafe where I could get on the Wi-Fi, and as soon as the guy asked me, do you want to go in the cafe? I said, as long as you have Wi-Fi, I'll come in and have some Lebanese coffee. So I'm really liking it here so far. My friend's on the way to take me around. All right, guys, I told you I had a friend meeting me here. So this is Aled.
Hello.
From the Liverpool supporters group here in Lebanon. And he brought me some breakfast. I guess this is traditional Lebanese food. I haven't had it yet, and he's surprised that I haven't had it. So what's it called again?
Kaki knif.
There's no way I'd be able to say that.
It's a knife sandwich, basically.
Okay, so when you're here, you definitely have to try this. After breakfast, our day began with Abda taking me to the Sidon Sea Castle, built by the Crusaders in the 13th century as a fortress of the Holy Land. The castle was built on a small island connected to the mainland, which was the former site of a Phoenician temple. The city of Sidon is located along the Mediterranean Sea and is an ancient Phoenician city that has been of great religious and political value. The city of Sidon was mentioned in the Bible several times, but I'll get to more of that later when we explore another historical site. We just left the castle, and now we are in the old town. So what's going on here, Adam?
So we're going to the old town. What's beautiful about it is that it has been the way it is for like 800 years. So everything is the same houses, same roads, same everything.
Well, oh yeah, you can see the sandstone and the buildings like you mentioned. So now we're walking around the souk. You can tell that this is really old as well. I very much enjoyed walking around the souk, which is the term used for any market in the Middle East. The souk in Sidon is located within the historical part of the walled city and had an old charm with the original architecture and tiny stalls. There were shops selling clothes, hardware, homemade soap, woodworking, furniture, falafel, and more. Everyone was friendly here,
Something I've noticed in Lebanon and most places I've been to in the Middle East is that many local people are eager to become acquainted and show off their hospitality.
So we are now checking out this church. It's a very old historical church, and Abed's going to tell me some stuff about it.
Inside the church there's actually a little sanctuary where St. Peter and St. Paul stayed for a while, so we can check it. This is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city.
So yeah, I can't believe that. I didn't know that you said St. Paul and St. Peter were here. Like, I can't believe all these things I didn't know about Lebanon before I got here. Okay, I gotta be quiet now because I'm in a sacred place.
As Abda mentioned, St. Peter and St. Paul came here to Sidon. The local Christians built a church in 1690 on this site where St. Peter and St. Paul met. Sidon is known to be one of the oldest inhabited places in the world, and the city and the people who lived here were mentioned at least 45 times in the King James Bible. I was completely fascinated by the fact that I was stepping foot on the grounds where these two saints met in AD 58. After visiting the church, we walked through a few more historical streets in the city. Not only was Sidon mentioned multiple times in the Bible, but the city is also famous in history for being overthrown by Alexander the Great in 332 BCE, and was noted by Homer for the skill of the Sidonians in producing glass. When it was lunchtime, Abda took me to this restaurant called Sharky, which is located in a historical building in the souk. The medieval architecture was incredible, and I really enjoyed the food. Since I'm a vegetarian, Abda introduced me to a few Lebanese meatless dishes. A lot of people ask me where my favorite food is in the world. I might not be the best judge of food because I don't eat meat, but I personally consider Lebanese food to be some of the best I've had anywhere.
So lunchtime, what do we got here?
We have fateh and food. Okay, as you can see it's made of beans, a little bit close to hummus. This one has yogurt and a bit of oil and bread and different kind of stuff.
Yum! Guys, we are now checking out a 300-year-old Turkish bath. It's the second largest bath in Lebanon. And this awesome guy right here, who's giving me the tour, was just telling us that this only opened this month. So it was closed for 70 years, you said, right? And so it just now opened this month. So are you just giving tours now? This is something that's new? Okay, very cool.
The tour guide provided me with information about the history of this Turkish bath in Sidon. The bath was closed in the late 1940s, but is now open to the public as a heritage and cultural venue. The bath is called Hammam El Jadid and is the largest and most important of all of the Turkish baths located in Sidon. The Ottoman design is evident in every detail of the bath's many domes and small stained glass windows. The guide was very friendly and I felt a sense of calm and enlightenment inside of this magical place.
Okay, so Abed has taken me now to the largest square in the city. Definitely very nice here. That's the second oldest mosque right here. So, very cool.
This was such a fascinating day exploring one of the most ancient cities in the world. Days like this remind me of how truly grateful I am to be able to travel so much. Also, it's really amazing how Liverpool Football Club can bring people together from all over the world, since I met Abda through the local supporters group here in Lebanon.
Okay guys, that's it. I'm leaving Sidon. Had a great day. Thanks so much, Abed. And this is the bus that I'm getting on this time. A little bit different from the one I took this morning. This one has air conditioning too. Thanks Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, you can find more of my travel videos on my Facebook and YouTube channels, where I share videos of my travels to Liverpool and all over the world.